What if I told you the man who wants to colonize Mars once sat alone in his childhood room, reading comic books and dreaming about saving the world? A boy bullied in school, misunderstood by everyone, yet burning with questions bigger than life itself. This is not just a story of success, it's the story of a dreamer who turned imagination into rockets, electric cars, and the future itself. This is Elon Musk, and it all began in South Africa.
Pretoria, South Africa, 1971. In a quiet suburban neighborhood, a curious boy named Elone Reeve Musk was born. No one knew that this child, with his unblinking curiosity and restless mind, would one day reshape how humanity thinks about cars, space, and survival itself. Elone was different, not just a little, but entirely. While other kids played outside, Elone spent hours reading. He devoured books faster than most adults could finish a chapter. Science fiction, encyclopedias, technology manuals, anything that expanded his imagination. By age 9, he had read the entire Encyclopedia Britannica. He believed that knowledge was power, and that power could be used to build a better future. His classmates didn't understand him. He was shy, quiet, and lost in thought. They called him weird. Some bullied him. But deep inside, that loneliness became fuel for invention, for exploration, and for greatness. At just 10 years old, Elone discovered something that would change his life forever: computers. It was love at first sight. He learned to program on a Commodore VIC-20, a primitive machine by today's standards. No teacher, no YouTube tutorials, just curiosity. Day and night, he taught himself how to code. And by age 12, Elon Musk created his very first video game, Blastar, a simple space shooter where the player destroys alien ships. He sold that game's code to a computer magazine for $500. That's right, a 12-year-old boy from South Africa made his first business deal before even finishing middle school. It wasn't about the money, it was about possibility, realizing that imagination could be turned into reality. But Elone's childhood wasn't easy. At school, he faced brutal bullying. One day, a group of boys threw him down a staircase and beat him until he was unconscious. He spent a week in the hospital, bruised but not broken. That moment could have destroyed him, but it didn't. Instead, it made him stronger, more focused, more determined. At home, his parents divorced when he was still young. He lived with his father, Errol Musk, a strict and often difficult man. Life wasn't warm or easy, but every hardship built another layer of resilience inside him. Elone learned early that if he wanted to change his world, no one else would do it for him. He had to do it himself. Even as a teenager, Elone's imagination was enormous. He didn't dream of cars or rockets yet. He dreamed of saving humanity. He told friends and teachers that he wanted to make life multiplanetary, to make sure humans could survive if Earth ever failed. He read The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which deeply influenced him. That book taught him that the purpose of life might just be to find the right questions, not just the right answers. He realized the world's biggest problems, energy, transportation, and space, could only be solved through science and technology. and that realization planted the seeds for everything he would build later. By the time he finished high school, Elone knew one thing for sure. If he stayed in South Africa, his dreams would die there. At that time, the country was under apartheid, a system of racial segregation and political control. Elone didn't want to be part of it. He didn't want to serve in the military, enforcing laws he didn't believe in. So, at just 17 years old, he made the bold decision to leave everything behind, his home, his friends, his family, and move to Canada. He believed Canada would be the gateway to America, the land of innovation. He wanted to be where the future was being built. With a suitcase full of dreams and just a few dollars in his pocket, he took the first step of a journey that would change not only his life, but the world. Every great story starts with a dream. For Elon Musk, it started with a child's imagination. Stories of space travel, heroes, and saving civilizations. He didn't wait for someone to give him permission to dream big. He just did. From a shy boy in South Africa to one of the most influential minds of the 21st century, Elone's story proves one truth. It doesn't matter where you start. It matters how big you dare to dream. Because sometimes the quietest kid in the room ends up changing the universe.